The happiest nights of my childhood were actually the nights my mom thought we were all going to die. I was 6 years old when my mom kneeled down in the living room, grabbed my face with both hands and said, "Our family needs a monster watcher." Her voice was serious and important, like she was trusting me with the biggest secret in the world. "You are the only one brave enough to do it." She pressed a flashlight into one hand and a whistle into the other and walked me over to the window that faced the driveway. "You watch for anything scary out there," she said, kneeling down until we were eye to eye. "And if you see any monsters coming up that driveway, you blow this whistle as loud as you can, and you do not stop blowing until I come get you." I asked her what the monsters looked like, and she smiled and tucked my hair behind my ear. "You'll know them when you see them, baby." She kissed my forehead, and then she disappeared down the hallway to her bedroom. I had never felt more important in my entire life. The monster watches became my favorite thing in the world. I started to get excited when I heard the sounds that meant one was coming, like a car engine revving at the end of our street, or tires squealing around the corner. My mom would burst into the room, grab me by the arm and say, "Monster night, baby, get to your post right now." She would shove the flashlight and whistle into my hands and push a bowl of my favorite candy onto the windowsill, the kind she said was too expensive to buy any other time. My little sister would build a fort out of couch cushions, and I would stand guard at the window feeling like the most powerful kid on the planet. Afterwards, my mom would scoop me up and squeeze me tight. She'd tell me I saved the whole family, and she would let us sleep in her bed and stay up late watching movies and eating popcorn because we earned it. Those were the best nights of my childhood, and I looked forward to every single one of them. The last monster watch started like all the others. Headlights at the end of the street, tires squealing on the pavement, mom rushing in to station me at the window while my sister dove into her cushion fort. I pressed my face against the glass and watched a car fly up our street way too fast, and I got the whistle to my lips just as it jumped the curb and stopped on our front lawn. I blew as hard as I could as a man got out and walked toward our door. I kept blowing and blowing, but nobody came. Then the front door exploded off its hinges and the man was inside our living room. He walked right past me like I was invisible and went straight for my sister's fort. He grabbed her by her hair and yanked her into the air while she screamed for our mom. When I saw his face, my whole world collapsed. The monster I had been watching for this whole time was my father. Before I could even understand what that meant, my mom came flying out of the hallway with a kitchen knife and slashed at his arm until he dropped my sister. She screamed at us to run to the bathroom and lock the door. I grabbed my sister's hand and we ran down the hall. I could hear crashing and screaming behind us. We locked the bathroom door and climbed into the tub and held on to each other while the whole house shook. I heard my mom crying out in pain, and I heard him calling her names I didn't understand. My sister was shaking so hard I thought she might fall apart in my arms. Then everything went quiet, and that was somehow worse. We heard heavy footsteps coming down the hallway, and my sister buried her face in my chest. I held my breath and waited for the door to break down, but then we heard sirens getting closer, and the footsteps ran the other way. A car engine started outside, and tires squealed, and then there was nothing but my mom's voice, weak and broken, saying, "You can come out now, babies. The monster is gone." We found her on the kitchen floor covered in blood and holding the knife against her chest like she was still ready to fight. She looked up at me and smiled and said, "You warned me in time, my brave, brave boy." I spent years thinking I failed because I didn't blow the whistle fast enough, but my mom told me before she passed that I did everything right.